Welcome back to the NBA recap. Let's start it off with the Cavs and the Raptors first game of the day. A little closer than I thought it would be. The Cavs won 132 to 126. The Cleveland Cavaliers shot 52.8% from the field and 40% from three. They got 40 and 9 from Darius Garland, 18 from Carrot. They got 18 and 15 from Jarrett Allen, 21 and 11 from Evan Mobley, and 12 off the bench from Max Strus. Altogether, a very solid shooting game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They didn't have Donovan Mitchell tonight, but they still came out with the win as they continue to be the best team in basketball. As for the Toronto Raptors, they shot an impressive 59.6% from the field and 45.2% from three. Scotty Barnes had 24 and 10. RJ Barrett had 20. Quickly had 10 and 7. Dick had 11. And Jakob Poeltl had 17. As for the bench, they got 23 and 12 from Christian Boucher and 15 from Sheed. Overall, they shot very well and gave the Cavs a run for their money, but they just did not come out with the win. Lost the rebounding battle by 5, and they choked the lead kind of near the end of the game as well. Next up, we got the Warriors and the Pistons, a battle of two teams around 500, a game above 500 around there. The Pistons shot 45.3% from the field and 35.9% from the three-point line in the three-point loss. They got 13 from Toby. They got 32 from Cade. They got 21 from Mikal Beasley and 11 off the bench from Ron Holland II. But it did not calculate to a win. The Warriors shot 46.1% from the field and 32.6% from three. They got 14 and 10 from Trace Jackson Davis. They got 17 from Curry on 5 for 21 shooting. They got 13 from Dennis Schroeder and 19 from Buddy Hield. Also off the bench, they got 11 from Lindy Waters and 13 from Santos. They won the rebounding battle by 9, and that translated to their win. Pistons put up a good fight, but they couldn't quite get the win. Pistons moved back to exactly 500, and Warriors moved to one game above 500. Next up, we got a little bit of a blowout. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Orlando Magic 104 to 89. Timberwolves shot only 40% from the field and 35.3% from the three-point line. They got 23 and 10 from Julius Randle, 10 from Gogurt. They also got 12 rebounds from Gogurt Boy. They got 12 from Dante DiVincenzo and 21 from Anthony Edwards on only 5 for 19 shooting. So Ant slows down a little bit, but they still come away with the win. They also got 16 off the bench from Naz Reid. As for the Magic, they shot a horrendous 37.9% from the field and 25% from three, 10 for 40 from three. They got 15 from Goga Batadze. They got 12 from Anthony, 13 from KCP, 14 from Houston, and 10 off the bench from Howard, but it just wasn't enough, and the Magic missed their two stars this game versus the Timberwolves. Next up, we got the Mavericks winning the Portland Trailblazers 117 to 111. The Mavericks made a very impressive 16-0 run at the end of the game to win this one. As for the Trailblazers, they just were not there at the end of in the last 4 minutes. They shot 41.9% from the field and 44.4% from three. They shot better from three than the field. They got 22 from Shadon Sharp, 22 from Anthony Simons. They got 11 from Kamara. They got 20 off the bench from Scoot and 11 off the bench from Klingon. As for the Mavericks, they shot 45.5% from the field and 33% from three. They got 23 and 14 from PJ Washington. 11 from Najee Marshall, 21 and 16 from Derek Lively, a career high in scoring, 17 from Spencer Dinwiddie. They also got 25 on 10 for 8 shooting off the bench from Jaden Hardy and 13 off the bench from Quentin Grimes, and the Mavericks come away with the win, and they win yet again without Kyrie and Luka. Next up, we got another very, very good game. The Houston Rockets beat the Memphis Grizzlies 119-115. The Rockets shot 42.7% from the field and 38.2% from three. They got 32 and 14 from Şengün, 22 from Van Vliet, 27 from Jalen Green. Dylan Brooks shot an awful 2 for 15, but the other players made up for it. Cam Whitmore only shot 3 for 14 off the bench as well, but Jae'Sean Tate did give them 12 off the bench. The Memphis Grizzlies, on the other hand, shot 50% from the field and 31.3% from three. They got 21 from Jaren Jackson Jr., 17 from Ja, 16 from Desmond Bane. They also got 12 off the bench from Santi Aldama and 11 from Luke Kennard, but it just wasn't enough to win this game. They turned the ball over too much. Rockets defense was a little bit too much for them to handle, and they lose the game by 4. Next up, we got the Hawks and we got the Suns. The Suns come out with the win 123 to 115. The Hawks shot 48.8% from the field and 46.9% from three. Overall, a pretty solid shooting night from the Atlanta Hawks. They got 21 from Trae Young, 12 from Crazy, I'm pretty sure is how you say it. You got 13 from Dyson Daniels, 10 from Clint Capella. They also off the bench got 17 from Bogdanovich, 12 from Hunter, and 11 from Roddy. The Suns, on the other hand, shot 57.6 from the field and 39.4 from three. They got 23 from KD, 16 from Jones, 20 and 12 from D Book. They also got 25 off the bench from Bradley Beal and 23 on 7 for 8 shooting from Grayson Allen. Bradley Beal has kind of been cooking since his move to the bench, and the Suns have started to win a little bit more. They're still 2 games under 500. Hawks moved to 500, but the Suns come away with the win in this one. Next up, we got another close game as the Miami Heat win the Utah Jazz 97 to 92. The Miami Heat only shot 39.1% from the field and 28% from three. They got 23 from Tyler Hero, 15 from Bam, 20 from Jaime Jaquez. They also got 11 off the bench from Jovic. Jaime Jaquez had a clutch shot near the end to really put the dagger in the game. As for the Jazz, they got 23 from Sexton and 23 from Markkanen. They also got 9 and 15 from Walker Kessler. They only shot 39.8% from the field and 30.6% from three. Heat come away with the win without Jimmy Butler again. They moved to 2 games above 500. Jazz get even worse, move to 9 and 27. But honestly, that's not enough losses for this Jazz team. They need to lose as much as possible to try to get the highest pick possible. As for the last game of the day, it was going to be the Lakers versus the Hornets, but it was postponed due to the fires in Los Angeles area. Hoping everyone is doing okay there and they get the fires out as soon as possible. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for the NBA recap.